Hey Dion, I'm here at JTech and I'm going to be showing you how to do a crank no start using directional testing. Okay, so a crank no start can mean a number of things. It can mean that once you turn the car over, it's not getting any compression in the engine. It could also mean that you're not getting any spark, and it could also mean that you're not getting any fuel. So the different types of tests that we could be doing are directional and pinpoint tests, which directional is like, listening for the fuel pump or, listening to the spark plugs or the injectors to see if we're getting any fuel and things like that. Pinpoint testing would be to actually, change the fuel pump, see if that works, or to change the injectors out. The different things like that are pinpoint testing. Okay, so different things you can do for directional testing is like ask the customer what they think is going on with the vehicle, what they're hearing, things like that. You could also pull DTCs, which would be my first option. You could also listen for the fuel pump. You could check for spark. And you could also spray starter fluid into the intake. And what that'll actually do, it'll rule out spark. It'll also rule out compression. It basically leaves fuel as your only option for why the car isn't starting. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is I've already looked for codes and there are no codes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and start the vehicle and I'm going to listen for the fuel pump. Should engage without having to start the vehicle up. And I do not hear anything. So now that I couldn't find or hear the fuel pump, my first thing to look at is the fuel pump relay or the fuse to the circuit. And what I found that there was corrosion on the fuel pump relay, and now I'm going to put it back in and see if that will work. Okay, so now that the fuel pump relay is back in the car, I'm going to try and crank it up and see if it will start. And it does, and that was our problem.